Hello everybody, CalicobonEsterphon here. I'm here once again to be quizzed by SteamTeam. Today we're covering the final episodes of Season 2, not counting Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree, which I'm sure you'll realise will be included in our Christmas special, which is coming soon. I'm not going to ramble on about the way the quiz works because you should already know. And if you don't, just go and watch one of our previous quizzes. And I haven't seen any of the questions as they have been held by SteamTeam in a sealed envelope. Let's crack on.
It was nice of you to include me in the intro, wasn't it? You know, seeing as though I'm the presenter and all.
Don't complain to me, you wrote it.
Oh, yeah. First up is the episode The DISEASEL. Question 1 is, what are Bill and Ben's trucks full of? A. Ash, B. Waste, C. China clay, or D. Quarry rocks?
C. China clay. Even though it doesn't look like clay, it looks like bits of ground up glass.
Correct.
Should be a bit more accurate really, because clay isn't really...
Shut up.
It's quite clumpy, isn't it?
Question 2. Which one of the following is not mentioned to be a use for China clay? A. Pottery, B. Toothpaste, C. Paper, or D. Paint?
It's used to make pottery, paper, paint, but it's not used to make toothpaste because, quite frankly, it would be disgusting.
That's where you're wrong. China clay is used in toothpaste. It just wasn't mentioned in the episode. Question 3. After the trucks disappear, what is found on the tracks? A. Water, B. Oil, C. Coal, or D. China clay?
I believe that is oil left behind by the DISEASEL.
BoCo. Yes, it was.
We don't
oil.
know that yet.
Well, we do because we've watched the episode, but yeah, as a viewer, we're not supposed to know that yet. No. Question 4. What is BoCo's first line? A. Who are you? B. Are there two of you? C. Do you mind? Or D. What do you want?
I believe it's, do you mind?
I do, actually.
Yeah?
But yes, it
Yeah?
is do I mind. Do you mind? Sorry.
Do you mind?
Yes.
What do you mind?
Coal. Get it? Mine?
Yeah, so sorry I missed the punchline.
It wasn't a good one.
No, it was not.
Question 5. Fill in the blank. This engine is a Metropolitan blank diesel electric Type 2. A. Vickers, B. Kobo, C. Class, or D. BR?
He is a Metropolitan Vickers.
Diesel electric Type 2. Yes, he is. Correct. Which brings us on to episode 2. Question 1. Put these engines in the order that they appear on screen. Gordon, Edward, Thomas, BoCo.
It's Thomas, then Edward, then Gordon, then BoCo.
So, you're saying it's Thomas, Edward, Gordon and BoCo?
Yeah.
You would be correct to say that was the right order.
Yeah, good recalling from memory.
Yeah. Question 2. What word does Gordon use to describe branch lines? A. Disgusting, B. Dirty, C. Unrefined, or D. Vulgar?
In the words of Bill or Ben, I can't remember which one says it, he finds them vulgar.
He does indeed. Question 3. How many minutes after Gordon's express leaves does Edward usually depart with his branch line train? A. 10 minutes, B. 30 minutes, C. 5 minutes, or D. 15 minutes?
I do believe he leaves 5 minutes afterwards.
He does.
But there was an all sorts of calamity because...
Oh, yeah.
Because
Some
obviously...
silly woman in a floppy green hat.
I believe that was the cause of the confusion and delay.
Question 4. Which of the following is not mentioned as being left behind when Gordon departs early? A. The porter, B. The guard, C. The passengers, or D. Luggage?
He leaves behind the guard, the luggage, and the passengers. So the last one is
The porter.
the porter. He
that your answer?
He doesn't take the porter, does he?
I don't know.
I didn't think he did. He didn't take any of them, but I don't think he does take the porter anyway.
He might do. It's a little favour to him or something. I don't know. I don't know how this railway works. So.
Very poorly.
Porters travelling for free on express coaches. Question 5. What does Ben suggest they do with the old scrap? A. Throw it in the furnace. B. Dump it in the sea. C. Sling it down the clay pit. Or D. Lob it in the forest.
All of the above. No, I'm joking. Chuck it in the sea. And as Ringo says, we know they were joking, don't we? And I imagine a lot of people answer back, yes we do, Ringo, yes we do.
You're correct. Very drawn out answer, but yes, correct all the same. Edward's exploit now. Question 1. What platform does Edward depart Knapford Station from at the beginning? A. Platform 3, B. Platform 2, C. Platform 1, or D. Platform 4?
That is platform 4, I believe. No, I'm not going to try and name what engines are at what ones. I know it's Edwards at the last one, which is 4.
I think Gordon's right on the end, followed by Henry, then James, then Edward, then then Duck, then BoCo, but I can't be sure. But yes, he is at platform 4. So correct. I'm surprised you got that one, to be honest. Question 2. What are Bill and Ben said to love? A. Edward's visit. B. Being in charge. C. Being photographed. Or D. Being sketched.
I hope they're not blue photos.
Well, unless they're of Edward, they're not likely to be.
Missed the joke, didn't you?
No, I got it. I was just sort of playing along so that it sounded innocent when I put it into the clip.
Oh, right. Should we do that again?
Question 3. What on Edward failed? A. His sanding gear. B. His water injector. C. His handbrake. Or D. His whistle.
It's crank pin.
His crank pin broke. What failed?
Didn't say.
It did.
Did not.
It did. You
Did
just
not.
wasn't listening.
He said his crank pin had broken.
Yeah, that had broken. What had failed?
The crank pin.
It broke. It's a
No,
difference.
No, it's failed. I'm going to just pick C. I don't know. I thought it was his crank pin.
I'll read the options again so that you can perhaps recall something from the episode.
Again.
A. His sanding gear. B. His water injector. C. His handbrake. Or D. His whistle.
Handbrake, maybe?
Is that what you're going for?
I'm going to go with that.
Going for handbrake? That's incorrect. It was sanding gear.
What's a sanding gear?
It's what drops sand onto the rails
Why do they drop sand onto?
so that you can grip better in wet weather.
Oh, right. So how did that break the crank pin?
What happened is that during this exploit of Edward, basically his sanding gear failed, and the fireman, I believe, had to stand on his front and throw sand onto the rails by hand. You obviously missed that bit. It was just before the crank pin.
But how
broke.
did the sanding gear break the crank pin?
I don't think it did. I think that's unrelated.
Oh.
You wasn't paying close attention to this episode at all, was you?
I was actually, but I obviously missed the bit where it's sanding gear.
Well, obviously you did, because that is what failed. Question 4. What do Edward's crew take off Edward? A. His lamp. B. One of his buffers. C. His number. Or D. His side rods.
It'd be his side rods.
It was his side rods, yes. Question 5. What time is it when the Fat Controller angrily points to the clock? A. 6 o'clock. B. 7 o'clock. C. 8 o'clock. Or D. 9 o'clock.
What's the question?
What time is it when the Fat Controller angrily points to the clock?
The answer to that one will be 8 o'clock.
It was 8 o'clock.
But then his moaning was drowned out by the cheers of the passengers.
Yeah, and Edward's driver, I think, was shaking hands with Jeremiah Jobling, the horrible man.
I don't think that was confirmed, was it?
No, we sort of put a question out. We've explained this before.
Let's not go back over it.
So with 1 point down, we move on to episode 4, Ghost Train, or Percy's ghostly trick if you're American. Question 1. Where does the driver tell Percy the ghost was? A. On television. B. On the radio. C. On the track. Or D. In an abandoned station house.
I do believe he made it up. But he did see it on television.
He did see it on television, yes. He must have been watching Scary Movie or something like that.
No, that's a mixtape, isn't it, that one?
Is that? I don't know. I've never watched a Scary Movie, movie.
No, you watch Scary Movie, it's just a mixtape out of all the other movies.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Question 2. Where does Percy come back from that evening? A. The harbour. B. Thomas's branch line, C. the junction, or D. Knapford Station?
I do believe he came back from... What's the options again?
The harbour, Thomas's branch line, the junction, or Knapford Station?
I do believe he come back from the harbour.
He did. Question 3. What was in the cart? A. Flour, B. Lime, C. Cement, or D. Washing powder?
The only one that sounds anything like lion is lime.
Yes, he thought it was lime. No, you thought, what was it, parts of a lion or something?
He said lion. I was like, well, why would there be lion in powder form?
Well, you should have really sort of then got wise to that and thought, no, it can't be a lion, and thought it might have been lime.
I did notice lime.
No, you didn't. Question 4. What was the name of the farmer? A. Sean, B. Simon, C. Sam, or D. Scott?
No.
Sand is not an option.
I thought you said sand, but it's Farmer Sam.
It is Farmer Sam. Question 5. In the scene that takes place the morning after being scared by Percy, where does Thomas say that he slept? A. The station siding, B. Tidmouth sheds, C. The goods shed, or D. His branch line?
It was the goods shed, I believe he stayed.
He did. He stayed at the goods shed. Obviously, sleeping there with Annie and Clarabelle.
Bit naughty, isn't it?
Episode 5, and the last episode of Season 2, because as you explained, we're not doing Thomas Percy and the Missing Christmas Tree yet. So, Woolly Bear. Question 1. Who can be seen among the gangers? A. The Vicar of Wellsworth, B. Jeremiah Jobling, C. Jem Cole, or D. Farmer Trotter?
I believe it is Farmer Jem Cole.
I thought you were going to say Farmer Trotter there, yeah. Yes, it's Jem Cole, Trevor's driver. Question 2. What is the first sort of animal Thomas likens Percy to? A. Bear, B. Beetle, C. Snail, or D. Caterpillar?
That would be a caterpillar.
With green stripes. A woolly caterpillar with green stripes. Or something.
No, red stripes.
A green caterpillar with red stripes.
Yeah, that's how he describes it.
Right. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up. Yes, you're correct.
Pretty sure that is how he describes it.
Correct. Question 3. According to Percy, his curves are better than Thomas's what? A. Corners, B. Swerves, C. Manoeuvres, or D. Straight lines?
I believe it's corners.
It is. Manoeuvres is a funny word, isn't it?
It is.
It's a funny word to spell as well. I had to use the spell checker on that one. I had no idea how it's...
I always have to type it in on Google just to make
manoeuvres.
sure I got it right.
I mean, it's just a weird word, isn't it? I imagine it's French or something like that. Question 4. A crate of what falls on Percy? A. Tar, B. Jam, C. Treacle, or D. Custard?
It's black treacle.
It is black treacle, indeed. Question 5. According to the narrator, what would have been a sensible thing for Thomas and Toby to talk about? A. Branch line affairs, B. Playing ghosts, C. Their friends, or D. Station masters' houses?
I reckon we could make a spin-off show called Branch Line Affairs.
Yeah, I could see that working.
But no, the answer is playing ghosts.
Correct. Well, now, of course, it's time to tot up the scores. And this week, CalicobonEsterphon has scored an above-average 24 out of 25. Would have been 25 out of 25, I suppose, if it wasn't for that blasted sanding gear. But nonetheless. And now I hand you over to CalicobonEsterphon with details of today's competition to win the complete second series restored DVD.
Yes, the competition is similar, well, exactly the same as last time. All you have to do is tally up my scores for the last series, which would be Series 2 or Season 2, and add them all up together and PM me with the answer. Make sure it is a PM, because if it's not a PM, it will not be entered. Or don't put your answers on this video. Don't leave them on my wall. Please PM me, and we will enter you into the prize draw. And all
terms and conditions can be found as usual at steamteamseries.blogspot.com, or you can follow the link in the description to that blog.
And if you didn't catch that, I'm sure it's written just on the screen now.
I expect it probably will be.
So yes, The closing date will be the 22nd, so make sure you get all your PMs in by then.
But remember, because of the Christmas period, the post may be delayed. That won't be in our hands, of course. So you may have to wait a little extra for the DVD.
But it will be sent.
It will be sent straight away, near enough.
Yes.
So from me, it's bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. And from CalicobonEsterphon, it's...
Duck Worthington's dear boy.
Goodbye. What the hell is that?
I don't know. I just thought of it. I was just like... Duck Worthington.
I have no idea what that is.
No, can you hold that?